All right, day 34, it's May 6th. We are somewhere around 20 miles in for the day. And all of us staying on top of this little mountain right here. Everything's good. We just had a couple beers because we packed them out of, where were we just at? Bland. And Bland.
Good old Bland.
Everything's good.
Everything was a little bland there.
Hey, Switchback, are you hiking that Appalachian National Scenic Trail?
Well, yes, I am, little bear.
All right, just making sure.
So anyway, we're doing good. We've got about 4.5 miles more to go today, and we're gonna get to a shelter where it's probably gonna be full. So we're going to.
Wait, aren't we going to Harrisburg?
If we had more beer, maybe, but no. So we're gonna set up the. Probably set up our tents up here at the shelter. But so after today, what do we have, like around 30 miles to do tomorrow? Well, if we did them tomorrow.
Yeah, well, when we do them tomorrow.
33.
33. So we're probably not going to do 33 miles tomorrow.
Probably will do 33 miles tomorrow.
We're gonna probably do 22 or so, and then do the last couple miles on Monday morning, and then resupply in Harrisburg. But today we did 12 miles, or 11.5 or 12 miles, 10:30, and then we hitched a ride, or got a ride into Bland, where we ate at this little restaurant, and we sat there for 3.5 hours or more, charged our phones, and got a ride back to the trail, and now we're finishing our 23-mile day. 23 or 24, I don't know, it's up for debate. But anyway, today's been great. Got to go in town out of the freezing cold this morning, got the big meal, hot meal, and watched a movie, almost 2 movies in the restaurant. And everything's good. It's supposed to be a little chilly tonight. I think it's supposed to get into the low 40s in town. So being up here in the mountains is probably going to get probably in the upper 30s, and a little windy. But I think the rain has blown out, and I think it's supposed to be sunny for the next few days. So we're really excited about that. It's supposed to be cold, but it's supposed to be sunny, so it's going to be good. So we will update when there's something worthwhile to update about. So today is day 35. It is May 7th. It is about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. We have done about 28.5 miles so far. We are doing a total of 33 miles today. Into Harrisburg, Virginia. So after today's 33 miles, that will personally be my longest day on the trail. I did a 31-mile day into Damascus with Buzz. So today will be mine and Buzz's longest day. Ounce did how long did you do that day? 37?
Yeah.
He did a 37-mile day into the day before Damascus. So still a long day. It's been a trying day. It's been a lot of rocks, which are really a pain in the butt to deal with out here. It's been hot and cold. It's been windy. It's been a lot of water crossing. sometimes up to our shins in water, but a lot of mud, and our feet have been wet pretty much all day. So a lot of ups, a lot of downs. So it's been a lot to experience today. But we're going into town. We got a cheap motel room that we're splitting 4 ways, and so it won't be, but I think $70 for the room total. And there's a Mexican restaurant across the street, so hopefully they will be open around 9 o'clock on a Sunday. I do not know, but I hope so. And if not, we'll find something to eat. But another record for us is today is Sunday, and we left Damascus on Monday. So for the week, hiking Monday through Sunday, we'll have done 165 miles, which is absurd. So we're going to take tomorrow off. We may end up hiking out of Pearisburg tomorrow evening for maybe 4 or 5 miles, just to get back on the trail and not have to pay for another night in town. But I don't know. We may end up just zeroing altogether and giving our bodies a much needed rest. It has definitely been a lot of crazy cold weather and wind and rain and a lot of miles the past week. So anyway, we have, I don't know, 4 or 5 more miles to go today, and hopefully the Mexican restaurant's open. So we just made it to the top of the mountain. This is Angel's Rest, and it's the ledges, and it's fairly spectacular.
That was, holy moly. Dude, Pearisburg right there. What do you think? Just give me that hang glider, man.
No hang gliders. Remember this? You remember the sign?
No. We're at 3,600. Wow. And we're going to 17. 2,000 feet in 3 miles. It's not going to be bad.
I don't feel like this video does this any justice whatsoever.
I mean, there's nothing that beats walking 30 miles to be here.
Pretty good.
Nice, man.
So today is May 9th, so that makes it day 37. I am up on top of this mountain, and you can see it's socked in fog, and there's a sign there for the shelter that's right down here. I'm gonna go down there and eat a little something. I didn't film yesterday because I took a 0 day in Pearisburg and didn't do any hiking on the trail. But it was nice to, rest, give my legs a rest, and it was good. It was got a lot to eat. Drank some beers with some other fellow hikers. Even took that polar plunge in the pool, so it was pretty cool. But today's been really rainy. I'm covered in rain, covered in water, and just I didn't have my rain jacket on because I had a really big climb, and there's really no need in putting your rain jacket on when you're climbing, because then you end up just covered in sweat. So you know, you're soaking wet either way. So I just decided to hike in my short sleeves, and I don't know, as you've seen, I've been in shorts since the start of the hike. I've just been wearing shorts the whole time. I think I wore my long pants one day and then I mailed them back at like mile 100 and something. But about to go into the shelter and get me something to eat and continue on. I think I'm around 9 miles in or so for the day, maybe 8.5. And I'm going to, shooting for 24, but I didn't sleep all that well last night and I'm feeling kind of fatigued. So I don't know how far I'll get. Maybe I'll get 20, but we'll see. So today is May the 10th, so that makes it day 38, I think. I don't know. I might just start saying the date instead of the day that I'm on, because I'll never remember. Anyway, May 10th, started April 3rd. About, I guess I'm around mile 660 on the trail, somewhere around there. You see it's kind of foggy this morning. I got up about 5:15, 20 minutes after 5, got on trail before 6, and about 4.5 miles in for the day. It's still pretty early. Trying to go either 25 or 31 miles today. I was trying to do 24 miles yesterday, and it ended up being a little tougher than I thought. It wasn't that bad actually. It was actually pretty good, pretty easy trail. The part that was hard was there was a lot of rocks, like there is now. I don't know if you can see all these big rocks that you got to climb over, but it slows you down. And then yesterday it was raining pretty much all day, and me and Little Bear and Ounce made it to a shelter that we stayed in last night and got out of the rain, because it started pouring down raining, and I didn't feel like setting up my tent in the pouring rain and then packing up a wet tent this morning. But Buzz, he had tons of energy yesterday, and he took off and nobody could catch him, and he ended up staying at that 24-mile mark because I saw some other hikers a little while ago when I got there this morning, and they said they saw him, and he stayed and he left this morning, so he's still in front. I don't know, I guess he just had a big boost of energy, so he's gone. I'm sure we'll see him sometime today. There's another shelter about 9 or 10 miles ahead. I'll probably see him. So anyway, yesterday ended up being a 20-mile day. Still not bad. Didn't get out of town until around 10 o'clock, so not a bad day. And finished pretty early too. Finished at like, I think it was like 5:30, 5:15, 5:30. So nice relaxing evening. Tried to eat as much food as I could, which is I know this sounds strange, but like I can feel I'm not really getting quite enough to eat calories wise. But I know I've kind of talked about this before, but it's so hard to eat it. Like I had a box of macaroni and cheese last night that I also sprinkled in bacon bits, and it was everything I could do to eat it, the whole thing. And I don't think it was, but I think a box of macaroni and cheese is around, I don't know, 750 calories, 800, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then of course the bacon bits add a little bit, but that's really not a whole lot considering you're burning 5 or 6, maybe 7,000 calories a day out here. So, which is why I've been losing weight. But it's hard to keep that energy up day in, day out. You know, I eat a lot of protein bars, and I try to eat like every hour, hour and a half. Just put at least a few hundred calories in me so I can just keep going. Today's gonna be tough. It's a lot of big climbs today. I'm about finishing one. It's tapered off right much now, but there's a couple more really big ones. So today I'm gonna have to stop and eat a lot. That's why I got such an early start, so I can still try and make the miles. But other than that, everything's going well. It's things are pretty monotonous. You know, it's just day in, day out, same kind of thing. The rain is getting old. It's I mean, it's always foggy and wet, and you know, everything's damp. I mean, both my pairs of socks already are wet. My feet are soaking wet already from this morning, which means they'll be wet all day. And it's just foggy, and you don't have many views. And I think it's supposed to be like this for the next 3 days, even after today. So it's I don't know. It gets you down. I know it's part of the trail. It's you know, but it eventually it's like, all right, come on. Like, I want to have some nice days, because we're getting ready to come up in the next couple days on Tinker Cliffs, which is a really good overlook. McAfee's Knob, which is probably the most picturesque place on the whole trail, and then Dragon's Tooth, which is another really cool rock formation that you can climb up and get a 360 view. And more than likely it's going to be raining and or socked in clouds or fog, and it's going to be barely any views for us. So what do? I mean, I'm not going to sit around for 3 or 4 days and wait for it to be nice. So fortunately, my hometown is Virginia, and when I move back there from Italy, I will always have the opportunity to just drive the few hours to the trail right there, and I'll go on a nice day and I'll take my pictures then. so anyway, so that's today's update of what's going on the trail. I'd love to say that there's going to be some clearing today and some views. If there is, I'll take some good pictures and add them to the next video. And if there isn't, maybe I'll take some nice cloudy pictures that everybody can laugh at, because it's no view at all. So, alrighty.